Let's talk about what happens when vision meets perseverance, when authenticity defeats propaganda, and when a power couple who have been dragged through the mud still come out shining. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry have proven, once again, that no matter how loudly the British tabloids screech, no matter how many YouTubers peddle hate for views, and no matter how desperate royal experts are to stay relevant, truth and talent always win. For years we've watched the British media industrial complex manufacture failure after failure for the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. Remember when they gleefully wrote them off after the Spotify deal ended? Or when they pounced on every opportunity to declare the Netflix contract dead in the water? Now look at them, forced to backpedal while Harry and Meghan power forward. Because now, in 2025, we've got receipts, and the reality is simple. The Sussexes are not just surviving, they're thriving. Let's begin with the wine. Oh yes, the haters thought Meghan's foray into luxury lifestyle branding was a fleeting experiment. They mocked the name as ever. They downplayed the demand. They questioned the vision. And then Meghan sold out her first ever wine drop in hours. That wasn't just a success. That was a statement. And what did Meghan do next? Did she rest? Did she retreat like they expected her to? Absolutely not. She doubled down. This woman and her team looked at the data, crunched the numbers and said, "Let's give the people what they want." That's why we're getting a 2024 Napa Valley Rose drop. Fast, efficient, focused. Because when you're building a legacy, not just a brand, you move with purpose. This isn't just about wine. This is about ownership. Meghan isn't just slapping her name on bottles. She's registering trademarks, crafting a vision, building an empire. And Netflix, the same company that the British media swore was done with the Sussexes, is right there with her. Oh yes, that's right. Even the Daily Mail had to acknowledge it, through gritted teeth and salty tears, that Meghan and Harry aren't going anywhere. And that Netflix, they're not cutting them off, far from it. In fact, Meghan and Harry are on track to make more money in 2026 than they made this year, with a new first-look deal reportedly in the works. And this isn't just any deal. We're talking about the kind of deal that puts them in the same league as Barack and Michelle Obama. A $65 million tier deal. That's elite company. That's respect. That's power. Let's pause on that for a moment. Because if you've been listening to the Royal Rota and their little helpers, they've been pushing a narrative that Meghan and Harry were desperate, struggling, and somehow irrelevant. But now even the most toxic royal reporters are being forced to walk it back. They don't want to admit it, but the Sussexes are in demand. Netflix boss Ted Sarandos is reportedly a major fan of Meghan in particular, and his support is described as a secret weapon. Think about that. While the press vilifies her, while British morning shows tear her down, the people who actually matter in the entertainment industry are backing her, not just politely, powerfully. And let's not forget Meghan's Netflix series, With Love, Meghan. We're already getting a second season, and sources say she's ready for a third. But it gets better. Meghan's got holiday specials in the works. Let me say that again. Holiday specials. Picture it. Thanksgiving hosted by Meghan, Christmas decor curated with love, laughter, family, and yes, Harry making appearances, probably in his festive sweater, putting ornaments on a massive Christmas tree, maybe even creating a holiday wine drop called As Ever Nog. And you already know it'll sell out in hours. This isn't just heartwarming content. This is brilliant brand building. Meghan knows how to connect emotionally, aesthetically, and commercially. She's crafting a lifestyle that's elegant yet accessible. And all of this is happening under the same Netflix banner the tabloids tried to snatch away from her. But what about Harry? The same outlets that said he flopped with Heart of Invictus or his Polo docuseries are going to have to eat their words. Why? Because Harry isn't just tagging along. He's actively developing more projects under this new Netflix agreement. His focus? Mental health and environmental advocacy. Two areas he's been deeply passionate about since long before leaving the royal family. And let's be clear, The Me You Can't See was a fantastic, insightful and moving docuseries. The only reason some people slept on it is because Harry refuses to play the fame game the way the tabloids want. But imagine if this time, with new momentum and real support, he does promote it widely. The impact? Massive. Now, not everything is sunshine and roses. We keep it real here. Some Archewell projects are being put on ice. That includes the rom-com based on Meet Me at the Lake and the Dickens adaptation. Honestly, good. Because if the scripts aren't hitting, don't release them just to feed the noise. Meghan and Harry are choosing quality over quantity, and that's how you build a credible, long-lasting career in Hollywood. Running Archewell Productions isn't cheap either, reportedly around $3 million a year. But with these new Netflix revenues, Meghan's growing As Ever brand, and potential new shows, they're streamlining their strategy to make sure every dollar counts and every project lands. So here's what the haters don't get. This isn't a couple who sits around licking their wounds. Meghan and Harry are strategic. They take the long view. They know when to pivot. They know when to scale. They know when to strike. And every time they're underestimated, every time the press cackles over imagined failures, the Sussexes come back stronger, richer, and more relevant. As for the British press, they're losing control of the narrative. Their desperate obsession with painting Meghan as a failed duchess and Harry as some lost puppy is no longer selling. The facts are catching up. The receipts are coming in. And the people? We see what's happening. That's why Meghan's wine sells out. That's why Harry's mental health projects resonate. That's why Netflix, a global powerhouse, is still investing in them. So let the press do their little blind wine taste tests. Let them keep throwing tantrums in print. While they sip and sneer, Meghan is bottling success and pouring it by the case. As we look ahead to the rest of 2025 and beyond, let's make one thing clear. Harry and Meghan are not done. They're just getting started. With holiday specials, more As Ever drops, a growing empire, and new docuseries on the horizon, this is the Sussex era. And we are here for it. Mail. The Sussexes are getting a new Netflix deal and they'll make more money in 2026. Even though As Ever still hasn't sent me a free apricot spread, I'm still getting As Ever's promotional emails. On Wednesday, the Duchess of Sussex and her team made a big new announcement. More wine. Their first ever wine drop happened on July 1st, and they sold out of the 2023 Napa Valley Rose within a few hours. Everyone thought that Meghan would wait several months before doing another wine line. We were wrong. Those unnamed sources were wrong. Next week, As Ever's 2024 Napa Valley Rose is going on sale. My first thought was, Meghan and her team ran the numbers and they were like, holy sh*t, we need to go all in on the wine because we're minting money. You know what a new wine line means, right? Those royal reporters are going to have to organise another round of blind taste-tests. Speaking of Meghan minting money, it's looking more and more likely that Archewell's team did make some calls in the past week, because there's been a steady reeling in of the Harry and Meghan are going to be broke arse, because Netflix hates them narrative. Even the Daily Mail's columnists have begun walking back some of their crazier claims. On Wednesday, the Mail's Alison Boshoff wrote a piece about how Harry and Meghan are going to get a different deal from Netflix, and they're still going to be rich as hell. Boshoff still throws in a million other insults, but the broad strokes are positive. Some highlights: the Netflix deal. Many have reported that the Netflix contract will be allowed to run out in September because Netflix has lost interest in the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, but that isn't right at all. As reported, the current deal will come to an end in September, but the couple are still firmly attached to the Netflix money hose. Netflix boss Ted Sarandos remains a huge fan of Meghan's in particular, and his support is a powerful secret weapon. There will be a third series of the Duchess's lifestyle show with Love, Meghan, if she wants to make one, and I hear she does. Multiple sources say the couple are getting a new first-look deal with the streamer, which will be in line with the $65 million deal Barack and Michelle Obama now have, and it doesn't get bigger than that. We might get holiday specials. I also hear there are options on the table for other lifestyle shows from the Duchess, tied to hosting gatherings at Thanksgiving or Christmas. The idea is to announce those in September when the second series, already shot, of With Love, Meghan drops. More money in 2026. In fact, one well-placed source believes the Sussexes are going to make more money next year from Netflix and Meghan's Netflix-backed brand As Ever than they did this year. Some Archewell projects are being put on ice. But it's bad news for their own large team at Archwell Productions, which has been funded up to now by the Netflix exclusive deal. Insiders suggest that running the team and the office costs around $3 million, £2.25 million, a year. Although their team won't comment, some belt-tightening on the production side looks inevitable. The fate of projects in development, including a rom-com film based on the book Meet Me at the Lake and a retelling of Charles Dickens's Great Expectations, is not known. Many believe they will just go on ice forever, as the Sussex team has not yet come up with a script which appeals enough to Netflix bosses Ted Sarandos and Bella Bajaria to get the green light. However, sources close to the couple themselves say we can expect more projects from them both for Netflix. Harry's got more projects in the pipeline. Despite truly poor ratings for his documentaries Polo and Heart of Invictus, Harry will also be a part of the First Look deal. He is said to be intending to make more documentary shows for Netflix, most likely in the areas of mental health and the environment, which are twin passions. Meghan's focused on growing as ever. Meanwhile, Meghan is busy focusing on the best ways to grow her lifestyle brand, As Ever. That was launched in partnership with Netflix this spring, with Meghan registering the trademark and Netflix managing it and providing some staff. I'm told she is mulling the best ways to evolve her brand, which she wants to keep affordable. She also wants to make sure that it maintains quality as it grows. I also think they'll put some projects on ice, but it's nice to hear that Harry is interested in doing more documentaries or docuseries. For me, the problem with Harry's solo-ish Netflix projects has never been the projects themselves, but the lack of promotion and the lack of energy he seems to have for selling what he's doing. Maybe if he's planning on doing more personal projects involving mental health, akin to The Me You Can't See, which is an excellent series, he'll actually go outside and promote the stuff and really talk about it. Anyway, I'm excited for everything Meghan has in the pipeline. I hope the situation is like this, that it's a First Look contract, and that Netflix is super committed to With Love, Meghan, and As Ever. A holiday special. If she does a Christmas special, you'll know. Harry will make an appearance to decorate a massive Christmas tree. He'll probably stop by to spike the nog as well, As Ever eggnog, As Ever nog. Meghan should do cutesy shot like that too. So, to all of you, Royal Sussex Squad family around the world, keep your glasses raised and your heads held high, because this is what resilience looks like. This is what building your own table looks like. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share this video to push back against the negativity and uplift our faves. And if you want to support even more, hit that super thanks button and show some love to keep this space going strong. Cheers to Harry and Meghan, to As Ever, and to us, the Sussex Squad that never wavers. We'll be back soon with more receipts, more clapbacks and more reasons to celebrate. Until then, stay proud, stay positive and stay royal.